Hey everybody, it's me here. And in this video, I'm going to talk about what data engineering is. I've been working as a data engineer for almost 2 years now, and it's one of the most rewarding jobs that I could have ever asked for. But when people ask me what I do for work, it's really hard to explain what a data engineer does. So by the end of this video, I hope to make the role of a data engineer clear and understandable. And if you're interested in becoming a data engineer, then this video will hopefully help you get started on your journey. Let's dive in. Okay, so let's start off with the basics. What does a data engineer do? Well, at my company, we hire data engineers to build the infrastructure that allows our analysts and data scientists to do their work. So the main goal of a data engineer is to take raw data from different sources, transform it, and then load it into a data warehouse or data lake for analysis. The data that we work with can be anything from website activity, user interactions, financial transactions, and more. And this data usually comes in through a bunch of different tools like databases, message brokers, and streaming platforms. The data engineer's job to figure out how to collect all this data and put it in a place where it can be easily analyzed. Now, there are 3 main responsibilities that I have as a data engineer. The first responsibility is to ensure that the data warehouse has a single version of the truth. What does that mean? Well, it means that if you want to find the total number of monthly active users for a certain feature, every team should be looking at the same number. This number should not depend on who you talk to or which team you're on. And typically the way we accomplish this is by writing SQL code to extract data from our database and loading it into the data warehouse. The second responsibility is to ensure that the data warehouse is always up to date. So this can be achieved in 2 ways. The first way is by using something called a data pipeline. A data pipeline is basically an automated way of collecting and transforming data and loading it into the data warehouse. And the second way is by using something called a changelog is basically a record of all the changes that have happened to the data warehouse. By keeping track of these changes, we can make sure that the data is always accurate and up to date. And the third responsibility is to work closely with analysts and data scientists to understand their needs and make sure that the data warehouse is set up in a way that meets their requirements. Okay, so those are the main responsibilities of a data engineer. But what are the skills required to become one? To become a data engineer, you need to have a strong foundation in SQL, Python, and statistics. In addition, it helps to have experience with big data tools like Spark and Hadoop, and cloud services like AWS or GCP. Most importantly, you need to be able to communicate effectively with both technical and non-technical people. As a data engineer, you'll often be the go-between for different teams. So you need to be able to explain complex technical concepts in a way that everyone can understand. Okay, so those are the skills required to become a data engineer. But why should you become one? Well, data engineers are in high demand and the salaries are competitive. But perhaps the best part about being a data engineer is that you get to work with some of the smartest people in the world. Data engineers often work with data scientists and analysts, who are some of the most in-demand and highest paid professionals in the world. You also get to work on cutting-edge problems. The field of data engineering is constantly evolving with new tools and technologies emerging all the time. As a data engineer, you'll have the opportunity to work on some of the most challenging and exciting problems in computer science. So if you're interested in becoming a data engineer, I encourage you to learn more about the role and start building your skills. There are tons of online resources available to help you get started. Okay, so that's what I do as a data engineer. If you have any questions about the role, feel free to drop them in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.